All right. We should be live. So, for everybody out there who's in the chat currently, please, if you can see me and if you can hear me clearly, put a one in the chat. Okay. All right. We got some ones going. All right. Good, good, good. All right. And make sure everybody who's coming in like the video so that this live stream can get sent out to everybody else who subscribed and not subscribed. You liking this video is how this thing gets spread out all across YouTube. So please do so. All right. Now, you see the title of this video. This new Switch 2 rumor / leak is setting the internet on fire. And you see that picture that I have in the thumbnail here. Now, I want to let you know 100% that image is 1000% fake. Like, it's beyond fake. It's fake. And it's setting the internet on fire for wrong reasons. Now, let's get into it. This supposed Switch 2, Switch Pro, next gen Switch, whatever you want to call it. First off, okay, J Boy, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. It says King, thank you very much, man. And for those of you who want to super chat, you can do so. Also, if you want to cash at me, you see the cash app $ around the clock 321 down below. So please go ahead. Now first, let's get things started here. I'm gonna turn off this music here. I want to get into this video on YouTube that comes from Doc Trey 81. And if you're not subscribed to Doc Trey 81, make sure you do so. This man is 100% legit. He always brings out the good news and sets people straight. So let's get into this video by Doc Trey 81 here. That's not what I want. Right here.
Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc.
Oh, great. Hold on here. All right. This recent video they yesterday. And has an ad here. I'm gonna skip to this next ad, but I do want to show them some support. Again, if you're not subscribed to Doc Trey 81, make sure you do so. And thank you, Molson, for the $5 super chat. So, do people actually believe it's real? People actually believe it's real. Trust me. There's plenty of people that actually believe that it's real. Now, this next ad I'm going to skip, but I do want to show them some love.
What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seat.
All right, so I have to discuss this really quickly because this image and these images have been making these rounds lately, and for whatever reason, a lot of people are starting to believe that this might be real. Maybe it's because it actually looks pretty cool, but make no mistake, this is fake. This is fake. And I don't even have to go into multiple reasons to why this is fake, because there's one that just sticks out right there that should show you that this is indeed fake as hell. All right. So all you have to do is look at the logo. Nintendo Switch 2. Now, if Nintendo were to call the Switch successor Nintendo Switch 2, which is likely that they will, there is no way in the world, after what happened with the Wii U and the confusion between the Wii U and the Wii, there is no possible way that Nintendo would be dumb enough to make the 2 in Nintendo Switch 2 that small. Oh, it's to the second power. That's so clever. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not if you want to sell. It's not. The 2 is so small that if it's on the shelf, you can't even see the 2. On the shelves, to most people, that's just going to say Nintendo Switch. Nintendo is not dumb enough currently to do something that stupid. There is no way that the 2 in Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be that small. That's stupid.
What it do?
Now look, Doc Trey 81 has some very valid points. I mean, very valid points. And he said it in a very funny way, and thank you, Enrique Pinedo, for the $2 super sticker. Thank you very much. He has some very valid points. Like, and this is the article. I mean, this article is all over the internet, and I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen YouTubers, have this image in their thumbnails, the same one that's in my thumbnail. You've seen it. I know you've seen it. Now, you can see right here from NintendoLife.com, the title of this article says, PSA, for goodness sake, don't fall for the Nintendo Switch 2 leak. And hold on 1 second. Zip does stuff at around the clock. Where's the Switch news? What are you talking about, man? Yo, stop spamming my chat. Please stop doing that. Anyway, it says here, PSA, for goodness sake, don't fall for this Nintendo Switch 2 leak. And if you scroll down here, this all comes from this. First of all, the image was found on Family Boards first, that red Switch 2 image. But this guy, Cheeto Gaming, says, rumor, Nintendo Switch 2 may have leaked, but take it with a grain of salt. Announcement might be this year with a Q1 2024 release. Now, these people are taking this and actually running with it, which is ridiculous. Now, it's very convincing, but they have this image here, which you can find on Twitter. And am I sharing this image? No, let me share the screen. Let me see here. All right, so I hope you can see this here. And people are running with this. They're thinking that this is the instruction manual for this so-called Switch 2. And people are making up these images and posting them online. You have YouTubers that are coming out with these video titles. Oh, Nintendo Switch news just arrived. New Nintendo Switch news just dropped, and all these other bogus claims. But you see here, this is completely fake. They completely fabricated this whole thing. And if you look at this next image here, although this is very convincing, I'm not going to lie. This image right here with the Switch 2 and these weird looking Joy-Cons is very convincing. But like Doc Trey 81 pointed out, Nintendo Switch 2 Max, and the 2 is so small. If they're going to call it a Switch 2, which they may do it, or they may call it Nintendo Switch Next or Nintendo Switch Max, whatever they choose to call it, that 2 there is not going to be all small for you not really to see and know what it really is. Now, this docking system looks cool. Not going to lie, it looks dope. I'm not too sure about these Joy-Cons and how they work with these peripherals here. They have like this right here that plugs into the actual Switch tablet itself. That looks kind of weird to me. But, it's very convincing. I'm not going to lie, but it's super fake. Super fake. Now, there is some real news. There is some real news that has been coming out about the Switch 2. And it's pretty interesting. Now, let me get out of this screen here. And let's see here. Let me show you something. Oh, something else I want to point out. I can also let you know that this is fake. Let me share this screen here. Now, if you look at this image here, and let me just show the entire image. If you look at this image here, right? And if you look at the Xenoblade Chronicles, I think the Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one, on the screen here, you see that there's no logo there. But you have logos on every single game. You have logos for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Splatoon 3. But what's going on with Xenoblade? And then they have another one right behind that with Super Mario RPG, which is not even out yet. But they have Xenoblade right here with no logo. It's pretty suspicious, man. Now, as far as a Switch 2 or Switch Max or Switch Evolution happening, of course, Nintendo's making another console. It'll be dumb to think that they're not. But as far as it coming out this year, I don't think so. I truly don't think so. I think that if they're going to make a if they're going to release a Switch 2, it's going to be late or let me say fall or winter of next year. It's not going to be early in the spring. If they do, I'll be surprised. But with the lineup that they just announced in their latest direct, I don't think it's going to happen. I really don't think it's going to happen. Now, there is some real news that has come out about the Switch 2. And let's get into this here. Mr. Timmy says, I'm saying it's 2025. Possibly. I mean, but with all the lineup that's coming up right now, not this year. No way. And people are still forcing the issue too. Let's see here. Now, the real news that's been coming out about this Switch 2 is this right here. From My Nintendo News, the EU, comes from the EU, handheld consoles will be required to have replaceable batteries by 2027. So by that time, of course, the Switch 2, Switch Max, whatever it's called, is going to be coming out. And let's see here. I want to go to the actual source. If I can't, then I'll just go over what they say here in this article. Which it seems like I can't, but it's okay. It says in this article here, in the last sentence, it states, actually, before that, it says here that games industry says, let me read the whole thing. It's short. It says the European Union has set a new regulation for handheld games consoles, such as the Nintendo Switch and Steam Deck, and will require them to have replaceable batteries by 2027. This will almost certainly apply to the successor to the Switch. If Nintendo takes that a similar route with the next generation hardware and also whatever Valve is cooking up next, games industry says that manufacturers will be required to make batteries accessible for consumers, using commercially available for specialized tools and provide instructions and safety instruction. Android Central also says that tablets and phones will be required to have replaceable batteries by 2027. Now, that's pretty interesting. Not only Switch consoles, future Switch consoles, but Steam Decks, as well as your cell phone devices, they'll be required to have replaceable batteries, which is how it used to be. Like now, I mean, of course, now you can't take out the battery in any of these things, but it's pretty interesting. It's really interesting. I don't know who came up with these rules, but I'm glad because, in my opinion, if you don't take the battery out of something, then it's not off. It's not turned off. And right now, your phone is listening to everything that you're doing, man. The battery is always in there. Your tablets, the battery is always in there. So I think this is really good news for replaceable batteries in future consoles, tablets, and phones. What do you guys think about this? If you think this is a good idea, a good plan, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't, put a 2. And we can discuss this before we get into the next subject here. Yeah, I see some ones coming in. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I think that's a really good move. This dude put 666 in there. I really do think it's a really good move. Really good look. 1.5. Rafael Alavi says, I hope this happens in the US too, because that gives consumers more power. I hope so too. I mean, it is coming from the EU, but I hope this is universal. A lot of you guys saying this same guy is spamming too. Hey man, if you put 2 already, JJ the Giga Kid, stop spamming my chat, man, please. It's it's uncool, dude. It makes you look like a lame. And thank you. I see Corey Klein said I like your content. I appreciate it. So if you think this is a bad idea, because I see people putting 2s in here, then why is it a bad idea for you to have replaceable batteries? Why would you think that? I mean, to be honest, as long as you can have as long as you have, an ample amount of supply of replaceable batteries, I think it'll be fine. I really do. Let me highlight this comment here. It says, Lego Battle says, it's less of a risk of your battery exploding in your device. I believe that. RT Ada or Artata, the Dragon Flareon says, the big question is, what's going to happen to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe? It's still the highest selling game on the Switch. I mean, who knows? They're going to make another Mario Kart, I'm pretty sure. Or just when it's time to just port over that game to the Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Ultimate or something. I don't know. This dude, I'm not even going to answer that. Deathhawk says, I think that if they give you a kit and make it accessible with said kit, it'll be 100% fine. I'd be 100% fine with it. In all honesty, most switches I've repaired are just bad batteries. See, that's one of the main problems. If they go ahead and have these replaceable batteries for future Switch consoles or phones or whatever, this will cut down on you sending your devices to places to get them repaired. In my opinion, I think that's the biggest win. I think that's the biggest win. Do you think Nintendo can retry making a VR headset or make it better? No, I don't think so. Not at all. Not at all. If they do, it'll be sometime in the future, but not anytime soon. So, with that being said, we see that replaceable batteries are in the works. One thing that's very interesting is that coming from Microsoft, I believe it says here, we actually could have an actual release date for the Switch 2. So it says here, Microsoft court documents show they believe Nintendo's next platform will launch in 2024. So no time this year, possibly sometime in 2024. Let me see if I can pull this up here. All right. Uh, let's see. Because Microsoft actually leaked this with the whole FTC thing and the Call of Duty, this, that, and the third. I'm trying to find the exact quote here. If I can, I had it pulled up earlier. All right, let me just go back from what my Nintendo News says. It says right here, as you are most likely aware, Microsoft has been battling it out with the Federal Trade Commission regarding their proposed take over Activision/Blizzard. During the proceedings, plenty of information has emerged which previously hadn't been made public concerning Microsoft and its competitors. Court documents show that Microsoft believes that Nintendo is planning to release its successor to the popular Nintendo Switch sometime next year, which lines up with the general rumors and speculation surrounding the successor to the Nintendo Switch family of systems. So Microsoft let the cat out of the bag. They were like, forget it, forget everything you heard from the reliable source, which Microsoft and Nintendo are extremely close right now with all their, all their proceedings and different ports coming to the Switch. Yeah, it definitely looks like 2024, and I would say late 2024 at the earliest. So it's interesting, man. It's interesting what's going on here. Now, there's one last thing I want to say here with as far as the Switch 2 is concerned, and this comes from Activision and Blizzard CEO. So let's get into what they say here, because it's pretty interesting. And this concerns the power of the Switch 2. So it states right here, Activision/Blizzard CEO apparently says next Nintendo system will be close to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One power-wise. Now, that may seem like a bad thing for a lot of you. I mean, a lot of people will say, well, I thought the Switch 2 was going to be more powerful. Well, the Switch currently is not a very powerful system, but the games run fine on it. It's really not a big deal. But you'll see. Hold on. Let me block this person. But you see that the Switch currently is not really a powerful system. And when it came out, it was behind all the other consoles. So with them stating this, that Activision and Blizzard CEO apparently says next Nintendo system will be close to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One power-wise, I don't think anybody should be really surprised by that. Some people may be disappointed by it, but you shouldn't be surprised, in my opinion. Now, the article goes on, and it says this, that Activision Blizzard boss Bobby Kotick has spilled the beans about the graphical fidelity of the Nintendo Switch console, of the next Nintendo Switch console, during the Activision/Blizzard deal FTC hearing. Speaking to the court about Call of Duty and their topics, he revealed that the successor to the incredibly popular Nintendo Switch system is close to Generation 8 in terms of power. Generation 8 consists of Sony's PlayStation 4, and Microsoft's Xbox One console. Nintendo themselves have yet to reveal any information about the Switch successor other than that it will use Nintendo accounts to make the transition smoother for players. And from Benji Sales, they state here that just revealed by Bobby Kotick and Nintendo have had active talks about the next generation Nintendo console. Also says that apparently next gen Nintendo console is close to Generation 8 power, PlayStation 4, or Xbox One. I think that's a win for Nintendo fans because the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, those games run pretty well. I mean, hey, if you guys were expecting the Switch 2 to be running at super 8K or something like that, you can dream on, especially if it's going to be a portable console. No, I don't think so. But for the console to be a portable console, which I believe that it will be, yeah, this will be very, very good as far as handheld devices are concerned. So what do you guys think about that? From Delicia Bunch says, case in point, Genshin was supposed to be ported to the Switch, but seeing how much storage this game takes up, I'm not surprised. So certainly won't be surprised if it's not on the next console. Okay. We'll see. It'll be funny if Genshin Impact gets announced later on this year, though. Mr. Star says it better have some good themes. Yeah, we'll see. This will be the big problem. Rafael Lalavi says, I honestly just hope it's not too expensive. I don't think so. Not Switch consoles. Nintendo consoles never seem to be on the high end as far as price is concerned. For the most part, they're cheaper than the competition. So I don't think so. At the most, 400, I think. I believe it would be probably 400, but we'll see. So yeah, man. Like I said earlier, this whole thing about the Switch 2, what you see in a thumbnail and what you see on a lot of people's thumbnails is completely false. And let's go over this Doc Trey video one more time, just because it's more people that came in here and they probably didn't see the video and they're not subscribed to Doc Trey. If you're not subscribed to Doc Trey 81, do so right now. The guy makes great videos. So yeah, let's get into what they had to say here.
Bruh, talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seat back.
All right, so I have to discuss this really quickly because this image and these images have been making these rounds lately, and for whatever reason, a lot of people are starting to believe that this might be real. Maybe it's because it actually looks pretty cool, but make no mistake, this is fake. This is fake. And I don't even have to go into multiple reasons to why this is fake, because there's one that just sticks out right there that should show you that this is indeed fake as hell. All right. So all you have to do is look at the logo. Nintendo Switch 2. Now, if Nintendo were to call the Switch successor Nintendo Switch 2, which is likely that they will, there is no way in the world, after what happened with the Wii U and the confusion between the Wii U and the Wii, there is no possible way that Nintendo would be dumb enough to make the 2 in Nintendo Switch 2 that small.
Facts.
Oh, it's to the second power. That's so clever. No, it's not. No, it's not. Not if you want to sell. It's not. The 2 is so small that if it's on the shelf, you can't even see the 2. On the shelves, to most people, that's just going to say Nintendo Switch. Nintendo is not dumb enough currently to do something that stupid. There is no way that the 2 in Nintendo Switch 2 is going to be that small. That's stupid.
How do we skip?
So yeah, man. Doc Trey 81 laying down the facts as usual. That image is not if they make it, it's not gonna look like that at all. Especially the box. Like, come on, man. Now, let's examine this one more time here. Let me see. And believe it or not, people are believing this thing and running with it. You've seen it. I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen these images on people's on their thumbnails and saying that Switch 2 news just arrived and Switch 2 news just dropped and all this other crap, and it's all BS. But yeah, man, this image right here is totally fake. And people are passing it around like it's totally real when it's not. Like Dot Trey again pointed out, this logo here that says Nintendo Switch 2 down there at the bottom. Hold on here. Oh, why are they showing this? Why are they playing this stupid thing, man? Wow, my bad. That was a stupid ad playing on that website. Now, uh, back to this. If you look at the logo here, you see that it says Nintendo Switch 2, and these Joy-Cons look super fake too, but Nintendo Switch 2 to the second power, and the 2 is super small. So for people who really don't know what's going on here, they wouldn't even know that's a next-gen console. Now, these Joy-Cons look extremely weird. There's all this space up here at the top, which I don't know why there's a space up here, but there's space up there at the top of the Joy-Con where I guess you can slide it up or slide it down. Why would there be space there? That doesn't make sense in my opinion. And there's also, and you can tell that because if you look at the box that has the red and blue Joy-Cons, those are pushed up. So why would there be space there for you to move the Joy-Cons up and down like that? That's very weird. And then you also see here the Xenoblade Chronicles, and someone pointed this out in the chat. There's no logo here, but it's a small logo. It's very visible. It's barely visible, I should say. Now, as far as the menus, as far as how the tablet looks itself and the dock, I think this design here is cool, but the Joy-Cons, I don't like the look of these Joy-Cons on this fake image here. I really don't. You could tell that it was doctored up. But yeah, man, people are passing this around like it's real. Articles have been posted about this on I think My Nintendo News, Nintendo Life, and other websites. So don't fall for the hype, man. If there's any real Switch news, I'll probably be the first ones. I'll even come on live to announce it. But you got people every single day. Switch 2 news just dropped. Nintendo Switch 2 date just revealed, and different things like this. And people are gobbling it up. I don't know why, but it's ridiculous. So yeah, man. If you guys have any more questions, I'll be glad to answer them. But other than that, that's going to do it for the information I have on this fake Switch 2 thing, because it's getting out of hand at this point in time. People should know as much as things have been going on in the past couple of years since the Switch has been announced, that the Switch 2 is going to be revealed when Nintendo reveals it. Just wait on it. Raphael Alavi says, how do we know for sure that Microsoft FTC leak is Switch Pro related and not just COD ports on the normal Switch? Well, we don't know at this current point in time. We're just going by what they're stating here on these websites. We really don't know. And to be honest, I don't think that this deal is going to be finalized. Well, it might. I don't know. I don't think this deal is going to be finalized to the point where Call of Duty will be on a Switch console, the current one, maybe the next gen console. And if Call of Duty comes to the Switch, and I don't know if there's been articles posted about this, it may be a cloud version of those games. It may be a cloud version of those games. I'm just saying. People in the chat are saying you don't believe the leak. Yeah, it's fake. Mr. Timmy says, around the clock, do you think the next Nintendo console will be a Switch 2 or a brand new console concept? That's a good question. I think that they're going to keep the whole handheld slash console aesthetic as far as being able to switch on the go and be able to put your console and be able to hook it up to the TV. I think they're going to keep that concept because it's worked for them. It's worked for them in a major way. So why would they stray away from that? I mean, it wouldn't make sense. They're making tons of money with the Switch right now, and the Switch is not even the most powerful system on the market. So if they come out with another Switch console that's more powerful as far as graphics are concerned, man, that will just corner the market because you still have people that don't own a Switch. You have people who own a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox consoles, and they're holding off because they say that the Switch is too weak in power. I mean, the Switch is not meant to run all these shooters and different things like that, these powerful shooters that these people want to have. The Switch is made for Nintendo games. So if you want that, then hey, stick with your PlayStation and you won't be able to take your games portable. But if you want a Switch and you want to be able to take your games portable, get a Switch. Liam Scorer says, I expect the next console to be a home console. Really? I don't think so. I think it's going to be a hybrid. I think it's going to be a hybrid. That's not what I wanted. Around the clock. This one comes from Netson Montiero says, around the clock, think the next Switch will keep up with next gen specs. Mario in 4K maybe. Well, from what Bobby Kotick said in that article, it's going to have the specs of a PlayStation 4 or the Xbox One. So I'm not too sure if it's going to be 4K. I'm not too sure about that, especially if it's going to be a portable console. I mean, if you want 4K, maybe it's going to be an option where 4K in TV mode, but not portably. But if they're going to make this a portable console, I don't think it can be portable in 4K. I really don't. Maybe in dock mode 4K, cool, but portable, no. Zip does stuff. I can see you, dude. Enrique Pinheiro has a very good point here. The concept of the Switch is too good for them to just abandon it. They made a new market that these hybrid PCs are trying their hand at. Yeah, you see what's going on with the Steam Deck. And then there's another console. It's a white console that's out in the market too. You see a lot of people, and you know it's funny. And I said this in previous videos before, and people are calling me a Nintendo fanboy. Every company copies Nintendo. Every company out there copies Nintendo. Whatever Nintendo does, they come right behind them and they try to do the same thing. For example, here's a couple examples. The PlayStation Move, that was done by Nintendo. Is it PlayStation Move? Yeah, PlayStation Move and the Xbox Kinect, where you can move around and do all these movements and the game reacts to you. Nintendo did that first with the Wii. Like, why are they copying Nintendo? Also, what's the other one? That's one example. The big example is the I forget what it's called, but the joystick itself, the diagonal joystick. Nintendo started doing that first, and then everybody copied that. You have that. You have the PlayStation Move, the Kinect, the portability, and what's going on with the Switch. You see Sony coming out now with that weird looking Switch device. Let me pull that up real quick. It's a weird looking Switch device that is not even portable. PlayStation Switch. It's called the Project Q. So, and it looks weird, to be honest. So they have this new Project Q thing going on, and it's a straight Switch ripoff. All right, you see right here, the Project Q, which is said to be a streaming device. It's not even portable. You have to stream your games to this little console, and the controller looks weird too. I don't know if that's very comfortable, but it is what it is. And I want to thank Tire Race for that super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. But yeah, that's what I was thinking about. The analog. The analog, they tried to copy off of Nintendo with that. This is clearly a copy of the Wii U. What's going on with this PlayStation Project Q here? They're always copying Nintendo, and I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox came out and said, "You know what? We're coming out with a portable streaming device ourselves." You know, the PlayStation Switch. They always copy Nintendo, and it's sad. Well, I'm not gonna say it's sad. I mean, if you see something working, and companies do this all the time, if you see something working for another company and they're getting mad dough off of it, you might as well try to do the same thing in your own way. You know, nothing's original under the sun. So, hey, it is what it is. I can't hate them for copying it. It's working for Nintendo. So, yeah, man, that's going to do it for this stream. I didn't want to make this a long live stream. And I didn't want to make this a video because there's a lot of things I want to cover in this. If you missed the live stream, if you're just coming in, catch the replay video. And make sure you like the video, guys. Like the video so this spreads around. I want to thank everybody who came out to the live stream, everybody who super chatted. You also have Authority VR says with the $1.99 super chat. Nah, that's PlayStation U. Yeah, man. It's crazy. So that's gonna do it for this video, man. Hold on, Zip. I want to respond to this because you're just a spammer. At around the clock, I want a Nintendo game on PC. What? It's not gonna happen. Not a first-party Nintendo game. That's never gonna happen on PC. First-party games are coming to PC. They're not coming to PlayStation. They're not coming to the Xbox. None of Nintendo's first-party games. Third-party games, hey, it's fair game with that. But first-party games, that's never happening. Ever. Ever, ever. Ever, 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 ever happening. So yeah, man. That's going to do it for this video. If you guys want to join the channel, become a member, it's only $1 a month. Just $1 to join the channel. $1. That's $12 per year. Most of you guys spend more money on that on Starbucks every day. So with that being said, that's going to do it for this video. Thanks for coming out. I'll catch you guys in the next one.